Okay, I'm not gonna hit stop recording again. This is the last time, my last take, period. Raw, unedited. I don't know how to introduce myself. I don't know how to do it anymore. Like, do I hit start recording and just be like, hey guys, it's Gator, and we're back for another video? It's just like, I don't know how to do any of this anymore. It just all feels so fucking cringe. Like, it's just like, this is how I know, like, I'm just done. It's officially done. Like, it just feels weird. Like, I press start recording, and what am I talking to? I think I'm just old. I think I'm just getting old. I think I'm just becoming just an old fart. I don't know what it is. Or maybe I'm just becoming just more awkward. I don't know. Anyway, I'm back, of course. I'm trying to, like... Is my lighting better when I do this? Oh, it actually is. Okay, well, whatever. I have a light mode browser open to use as lighting. You know, I'm a professional, whatchamacallit. Alright. So anyway, we be back. Yeah, it's been a full year. And I made no content during that time on YouTube. Huh? Actually, no. I did do that Scarlet Violet stream. Yeah, I did do one stream. So technically I did some content from the last time to this time. But, I mean, it's very obvious at this point that I'm not back. Unless that's part of the April Fool's joke. Because it is April Fool's, so anything goes. So I can say it's very obvious I'm not back, but maybe it actually means I am back. Instead, you know, so now it's like, you lose. Because am I back or am I not? I can say I'm back, I can say I'm not back. I don't know what you're even thinking. I don't know what I'm even thinking. I think I'm April Foolsing myself or something at this point. It's pretty bad. Yeah, so let's get into it. Before we get into anything, as always, feel free to leave in the comments how you guys have been doing the past year. I do read the comments. And, I mean, I don't know why you're watching this video, first of all, if you're watching this video. But I hope you guys have been well for the past year or so. I think the last comments had a mix of, like, good and bad. Which is, like... I mean, that's life. That's just life, right? Life is a mix of good and bad. Mine included this past year. It's been a roller coaster of stuff. Probably one of the more eventful years of my life in general, to be honest. Like, if I could draw like a graph, like, it would definitely be some sort of roller coaster. But overall good. Overall very, very good. Like, I'm in a very, like, good state right now. Like, I'm extremely happy with my life and grateful for it as well. What I'm not grateful though for is Pokemon. Don't care. Don't care. Sorry. So I got Scarlet and Violet. I played like, I don't know how many hours. Maybe like 3 or 4. I don't know. I have like 2 badges and 1 Titan thingy, but I'm nowhere close to beating it. I haven't been interested in game Pokemon since like what, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I don't even know. Like, I just don't care about in-game Pokemon. So I mean, that's whatever. I did see they brought the timer back. Like, I saw Joey's in like some draft league thing now, which not bad, Game Freak. I didn't think you were actually gonna do that. It is still Game Freak, right? I actually know. But like, it took a long ass time. It wouldn't surprise me if it was something like, I don't know, like somehow the video reached their like customer support team, and then like they like sent that to some product manager or something like that, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll make a ticket for that. We'll make a ticket. And it got like thrown on the backlog, and then it got picked up by some random intern years later. And so like that entire time they just didn't give a fuck. Like that would not have surprised me if it went down like that or something similar. But no, better late than never. I'd probably care more if I knew anything about the new generation of Pokemon. But, like, I don't know anything about Gen 9. Like, I don't even know the names of the... Like, I know, what, Fuecoco, was it Spriggly, or something? Like, Flaxy? I don't remember, like, even the names of the starters. Let alone, I don't know the names of the big ones at all. Like, I just don't know. And I don't know what they do. So, it's like... I just don't care. Maybe like I have a little bit of a want to like hop on Showdown and at least like see what the new mons do, just a tiny bit, but not enough to where it's like I want to start making videos and stuff again. Like I don't even know how to like use OBS and stuff anymore. Like it took me a while just to set all this nonsense up. Like it is recording, right? Like I see my mic moving up and down, so I'm assuming we're good. But yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've done anything with Pokemon, right? So I don't know. Like I see Chimpac's doing Jeopardies again, which is cool, and like Joey's in that draft league thing since the timer is changed now, which is cool. But as for me, I ain't doing shit. Not doing shit. Maybe I'll be in a Jeopardy. Maybe I'll be in some random Showdown video. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a little cameo appearance here and there. But as far as this channel is concerned, there is no real plan to do anything. Unless April Fools. You never know. Yeah, besides Pokemon, real life stuff. I think I mentioned in the last video that I had stopped working at that startup that I was working at, and I was going to start an internship at a much bigger company. And so that went really well. Like, I got along with my team really well. It was like a fun project I was working on. And yeah, so that ended, and then now I'm working full-time at that same company and on the same team too, which is awesome. Like, because I do like that team. Like, they're good peoples. Like, if you're into the tech scene or anything at all, or if you're paying attention to tech news, you will know like a lot of the big tech companies have been doing like these huge layoffs of like thousands of people, and my company was no exception to that. So it has been like scary. Like fortunately I wasn't one of those people, but like it's not like it was anything. It's just like stuff just like completely out of your hands, you know. And I've just been feeling multiple situations like that. Like this past year was like stuff that's like completely out of my hands. Like I had a scare with like my visa situation, like with the time it was expiring and stuff. Like I might have had to leave the country for a couple months while like things were processing or some nonsense like that. It's just like, what is going on, man? Like just stress, you know. Ended up all working out in the end. Like I actually got a longer extension on my visa than I've ever gotten before, which was cool. So now I'm chilling for a bit. What else we got? But overall, like I'm just glad and just grateful of like the situation I'm in right now. Like if you were to ask itzGator 10 years ago, where do you want to be like 10 years from now? It'd be something similar to what I'm doing like right now. Like I just get to chill at home. Of course, like I work from home. I just get to like code and like do something that's actually interesting to me, like at work. Like I like programming. I just get to play video games and watch anime in my free time. And I just have my battle station. Like I got my monitors, got my Mac, got this big desk, I got my Herman Miller chair. I'm just chilling, you know. Like, and I work my ass off to get here too, which is awesome. Cause I'd much rather work my ass off to get here than be just like given this, you know. Like I don't like being like given stuff. Like I feel like it takes like what's that saying? Like it's not about the destination but the journey or whatever, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Maybe you know, because I don't. But yeah, real life, working out there. I don't want to touch on this too much, but I did cross the like 2D over 3D line. Like I did go 3D over 2D for a tiny bit. I mean, you know, it was like it was someone that I could literally just sit there and talk to for like hours about literally nothing, and like never got boring. Like generally she was like a very interesting person. Like when things started getting like more serious, like just random problem after problem just like randomly started rising, and seeing sides of her that's like, what the fuck's going on. There was definitely some level, no, not some level, I shouldn't like downplay it. I was 100% like emotionally abused. Um, Between like the gaslighting and manipulating, guilt tripping, and like the lying over and over, and just like putting me in like these like impossible situations where it just felt like everything was like my fault, you know. Uh, Definitely a disaster. Uh, and this is why 2D over 3D. Okay, it's just drama, and I don't do drama. Like generally, my life, I try my best to avoid drama when I can. Um, like I just don't like dealing with drama stuff, and that whole thing was like the most drama I've probably ever went through or close to. Like it was just so much, just like, ugh. Like what the fuck is going on, you know? Um, but like with every bad thing, like, you know, there can be good things to take from it, and I definitely, there are some very good things that came from that though. Um, so it's not like I regret any of it or anything. Honestly, I'm kind of glad it happened. Like I learned during that time that I have a really, really, really good friend group. Like, well, if you don't know, I don't really have friends IRL, right? Like one max. All my friends are online, which some people would be like, dude, that's not good. Go get some friends or something like that. Um, but I have friends. I have really, really, really good friends. And like I don't usually need to talk to people about like drama stuff, you know, like emotional support or help or stuff like that and whatnot. But when I did need to, it was really glad to know that like my friends were willing to talk to me about that sort of stuff and like help me when I 1,000,000,000,000% needed that help. Um, that's something I should not take for granted. I'm so grateful that I actually have like really, really, really good friends that got my back when shit gets tough. Because in general, shit doesn't get like emotionally tough for me like that. But it definitely did. There are definitely moments this past year when it 100% did. Um, but yeah, it was definitely nice to know that like I have very, very reliable friends for stuff like that. Um, I also got to reconnect with a couple of like old friends that I hadn't had talked to as much, like friends from high school, just friends from like the past in general, which was really nice. Um, and I also went back home for the holidays. Like it was all kind of like a chain reaction from that whole like clown fiesta. Like I don't know if some of that stuff would have happened if that clown fiesta didn't happen. um, yeah, I went back home for the holidays. That was awesome. Like I hadn't seen my parents before that since like what 2018 or something like that. It's like 5-ish years or something like that. Um, and my brother and sister. My sister is actually married, so I might be Uncle Gator sometime soon. Which is, God, I'm old as fuck. Jesus Christ. And then like my little brother is he'll be going to college and he's like really good at bowling or something like I'm good at video games, right? Like I'm obviously like god tier at video games, so I'm sure he like picked up some genes or something from me or like because he's really good at bowling. But yeah, they're doing good. Hopefully the next time I see them it won't be 5 years. Because like I mean time flies, man. You know, time really flies. Like last time I remember seeing my little brother, like just a little child running around being an idiot. Now he's like grown up and stuff. Sister's married and stuff. It's like, jeez. And like from my end though, it's like I haven't been doing the same exact thing for the past 10 years, but it's pretty close. I've been doing it pretty much the same exact thing for the past 10 years. Like I stood on my ass and I play games and watch anime. So now I just have a job, which is like okay. But I'm still staying at the same desk. And I just play video games and watch anime when I'm not working. So it's like okay. Yeah, so I did go home for the holidays this Christmas, which was good. I met up with one of my online friends as well, and made a couple like new game friends to play games with. Always need friends to play games with. I don't get to see my online friends that often IRL. Like I've never met Chimpact or Joey IRL. Like, there's only like a few of my online friends I've met in real life before. I actually met one of my online friends IRL yesterday. Matter of fact, like they're in Japan doing like touristy stuff, and also there's like a Evo, like this fighting game thingamajigger. Um, it was good. It was good times. My like one of my close friends from high school will be coming to Japan later this year as well. I don't know if any jump back to Joey if you're watching this. I don't know if any of y'all are coming to Pokemon Worlds this year. I think that's in Japan, but it'd be cool to see some people. Like, it'd be nice at least one time to just like see them in real life. It would be nice. I don't really care too much about having like friends in real life. I think that just goes to show like how strong my friend group is. To be honest, that's something I definitely learned more this year. That's kind of been what's going on with like the real world. We're back to 2D over 3D. We trying to stay drama free. We are drama free. Like I'm in a very, very good spot right now, and I'm really happy about that. I have like these notes that I'm like scrolling down, and I'm also trying to keep track of the time because it's already been 16 minutes, and I'm trying to like time box this. So, what else do we got? Health. I'm an idiot. Like, I wish I could just not be human sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks that we're like creatures of habit. Like, I started going on walks again for a bit, but it's like once I stopped, it was really hard to start doing it again because I was like getting into like other different like habits and stuff. It's like, why? And especially like my diet too. Like, I wish I could have like some drill instructors like come over here and be like, Gator, get your fucking ass outside and go for a walk right now. Or cook something right now and stop trying to eat fucking konbini fried chicken. You freaking idiot. That's something I have to keep in mind. Because, like, I can't sit on my ass all day like I did like 10 years ago. Not as much. It's just like, it's not good. But I mean, I do that. What am I? Fucking 5. But I just need to at least let my body do stuff from time to time. Like, just get up, go for a walk. I don't fucking know. Something. Jesus Christ. So that's going to be another thing that hopefully next year when I'm having this conversation, I'm not saying this again. Because I said this last year. But we'll see. Japanese. I mean, I don't care. I just don't care. There's no reason to care. I barely leave my house. I'm still full-blown Hikikomori. We have the Welcome to NHK poster in the background. It's just like, I speak English everywhere. I speak English at work. I speak English online to my friends. I don't speak Japanese to anybody. It just doesn't matter to me. I do think I know more than I think I know, though. Like, randomly, when I do hear Japanese, like, I can pick up not a good amount, but some of the vocabulary. I feel like if my grammar was a lot better, I definitely feel more confident in my Japanese. Because I think my vocabulary is actually a lot bigger than I think it is. Because sometimes I randomly surprise myself, like when I'm just like randomly hearing Japanese, like if I'm watching anime with the subtitles on, I was like, oh, I actually didn't really need the subtitles for that sentence. Or if I randomly see some kanji, it's like, oh yeah, I've seen that enough to where like I know like in general what it means, which doesn't necessarily mean I know what the word means, but it's like, I'm not gonna bother. But it's still bad. My Japanese is bad. Yeah, but like, as you can gauge from that, this year has had its ups and downs. Like I'd say probably some of the highest ups I've had, and also some of the lowest downs that I've had. But overall, we're in a good spot. I think compared to last year around this time, I'd say we're in a better spot. Because I feel more, like, secure. Cause I think last year around this time, yeah, I wasn't working. Like, I had that internship lined up. I was actually working because I had left the startup that I was working at. And then, like, my visa situation and stuff. Like, all that's, like, I'm way more, like, secure with that. Like, seeing my family again was, like, very helpful. Just being able to talk to knowing that I can talk to my friends about anything that got my back, and of course I got their back. Um, I just feel good. I feel cozy. I think it's a good word. I feel really cozy. You know, like, of course you got the sweater on. The sweater, of course, helps. Oh, by the way, I have not been wearing this sweater for like however many years straight. Literally, I had to grab this out my suitcase just for this video for the Persona, which you probably don't believe me. Like you probably think I've just worn this every single day. I promise you, I did not though. Uh, yeah, that's how life's been. Um, oh, of course you have to talk about like my favorite games that I've played this year and favorite anime, but like I guess that covers like all like the life stuff I wanted to mention. Um, I like where I am. Of course, we can do better, especially with my health, maybe my Japanese. But overall, I'm very happy with the position I'm in, and I really hope that you guys are too. And if you're not, um, look, just work your ass off to get there, man. I know y'all can do it. Trust me. Um, anyway, anime games. So for games, I played a lot more games than anime this past year. Like the games to anime ratio, like way more games. Lots of multiplayer games. Like there's a stretch of Fortnite, Apex, Overwatch 2. Dude, I hate if you play Overwatch 2. I cannot believe Doomfist is like a real character. Why do you have a character like all his abilities are like mobility, right? But they do damage at the same time. And like of course in Nublo, like right now I'm like Diamond. But like I mean, which is still like pretty much Nublo. Like people like when he like blocks with his fist, everyone shoots his fist and then he like one shots you. It's like, why is the tank one shotting people anyway? Like whatever. They nerf Roadhog to where you can one shot. No tank should one shot. The only one shot should be like Reinhardt pin or something. Whatever. Enough Overwatch talk. That's just me whining. Card games. Of course, Legend of Runeterra, Marvel Snap. So I actually don't play any of these games like right now anymore. Like a little bit of Overwatch 2, but I'm not really playing any of those. I am playing my gacha games because you got to do the dailies. So I still play Epic 7. I like the PvP. What can I say? And I picked up a new gacha game with a friend called Idol Huntress. Not for the PvP. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But it's called Idol Huntress. If you want to do some research. But yeah, those are like the multiplayer or whatever gacha games I've been playing. Played a whole bunch of other random indie games, but there's too many to name. Single player games and stuff. There's one I started playing recently called Hi-Fi Rush. It's really good. It's like that's a game, dude. Like that's what I'm talking about. It's like unique and good. Like, and I don't know why it works. It just works. It's like Dark Souls combined with like a rhythm. It's like if Dark Souls was a rhythm game. Maybe not Dark Souls, but like one of those like action type games, like maybe like Spider-Man or whatever. I don't know. But it's good. And because it's a rhythm game, you're moving and grooving and stuff. I think that's what it is. That's why it feels so good. Cause like it feels satisfying to like land combos and stuff. Cause like it's also a rhythm game, so it's like in beat. I don't know if you haven't heard of it, you should definitely try that out. Oh, Hogwarts Legacy. I actually did not like insta beat it the second it came out. That was literally when that game was announced. I was like so hyped for it because like besides Pokemon, that's probably like one of the biggest things in my childhood, right? Like read all the books, watched all the movies, like went to midnight event or whatever, went to Ollivanders or whatever at Universal, got my wand, still have it, all that nonsense, right? It's like I didn't just like spam play it until completion once it came out. Like I just have like maybe 4 or 5 hours on it or something. I don't actually know, but it's not anywhere close to done. And it's not even like it's bad. I don't know. Like compared to when Cyberpunk 2077 came out, I was just playing that game like nonstop. So I don't know. It's a good game. Like if you like Harry Potter, it's definitely still a good game. If you don't like Harry Potter, I don't know if I'd recommend it, to be honest. Just kind of like generic open world type game. If you're not interested in like Hogwarts. But I'd say like probably my favorite game this past year is probably Stray. That came out this past year, right? Yeah. So this is a game where you're a cat, but you're in this like cyberpunk dystopian universe. I like cyberpunk stuff. Okay, so I'm just naturally biased towards that. It's part of the reason why I'm in Tokyo. Okay, actually, I don't know if that. It's not like I came to Tokyo because I was interested in cyberpunk stuff. So maybe it's the other way around. Well, no, I was still interested in cyberpunk stuff because by that point, I had already watched like Ghost in the Shell, Psychopaths, and I really liked that stuff. So never mind. But yeah, Stray is this game where you play as a cat and you walk around this like dystopian universe, and like the setting is just done incredibly well, like really really well. And like the gameplay is like cool and all, but like the story and like the setting and everything, the graphics, it's it's phenomenal. So that's probably the game I'd recommend. Um, for anime, it's another cyberpunk thing. I'd probably say Cyberpunk Edge Runners, just because I like cyberpunk stuff and I like Cyberpunk 2077. Um, I mean, just good. It's a good anime. Like there's so many references to the game, of course, and it's just awesome. Like the song that got popularized because of that, the I really want to stay at your house. I would purposely get in my car in Cyberpunk 2077 and like turn it to that station, the body heat radio or whatever, and just wait until that song came on and just groove out. Like driving in Cyberpunk 2077 at like nighttime, and you see like all the ads like flying up into the clouds and all the lights and stuff to that song. Sheesh. But that's probably the my like top anime for the past year. I didn't watch that much anime though, so there's not like a big selection for me to pick from. Like I didn't watch Spy Family. I didn't watch Kaguya-sama, the new season, or whatever. I didn't even watch season one. Um, I don't know what other big names like. I didn't watch Blue Lock or whatever. Um, I tried to watch Dress Up Darling or like Shikimori's Not a Cutie or whatever. Those rom coms are awful. Um, I watched one called The Night, which is like it's another rom com where it's like this vampire chick and like the whole shtick is like if she's a vampire and if she bites you and you're in love with her, you turn into a vampire, which is it's interesting because it's like a surefire way to know that you're in love with someone. So like it's like how do you know that you're in love with someone or what does it feel like to be in love with someone is like what the main character struggles with. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna become a vampire, because then I'll know what it feels like to love someone. So it's a interesting concept. I think it could have been done a little better, but overall it was pretty good. Um, I watched Chainsaw Man. That's pretty good. Um, I watched Licorice Recoil. It's like this anime with a bunch of like spy kids. Well, Spy Kids is not an anime, but a bunch of like spy school kids that like keep the city safe and like they're getting exposed or stuff. But it's good. Like it started off really good. It could have ended a little better, but it started off really good. Um, but there's still a lot of stuff I want to watch. I've just been playing more games this year in general. Like I probably want to finish the second season of like Made in Abyss. Um, but I watched the movie and to be honest, it was like the movie was really sad. So I don't know because I know the further you go into the abyss, like it's just gonna get worse, right? So. Um, there's definitely a bit of a backlog. There's a small little backlog. Um, but yeah. So if I had to recommend one game, I'd say Stray, and one anime, I'd say Cyberpunk Edge Runners for this past year. And not biased at all towards Cyberpunk stuff, by the way. Not biased at all. I think that's about it. We're at 28 minutes, so definitely didn't time box around that 15 to 20 minute mark. So, oh well. I'm not doing another take of this because I'm not a content creator, so we don't do that. But, yeah. I think that's all I got for this year. Once again, feel free to leave in the comments how you've been, because I am interested, even though it may not seem like it. I am. And, I guess I will see you guys next year. Sounds sad. You might see me cameo like in some random the showdown video, maybe, or Chimpak's doing Jeopardy again. Maybe I'll show up. Will I show up, Chimpak? Will I be in a Jeopardy video? Who knows? Nobody knows. But yeah, itzGator, and I'll see you guys next year.